All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We have a particular match that is upon us: Chelsea versus Leicester in the FA Cup quarter-final tie at Stamford Bridge. Very, very importante match for us. FA Cup is there's a special feeling about this particular club for this particular cup. Sorry, and I was watching Coventry versus Wolves versus Coventry rather. It was an unbelievable match. I mean, at the end of the day, Coventry, I think, fully deserved it. They created better chances. But Ait Nouri is a particular player that I talked to you guys about a few days ago. And he single-handedly changed everything, got Wolves to a winning position 2-1 right at the end. But somehow Wolves still managed to bottle that and lose that in injury time. Really, there was 9 minutes of injury time, and they ended up losing that 3-2. But as I said, Coventry fully deserved it. They have now gone through to semi-finals. So there's a particular team, whoever faces Coventry. But no disrespect to Coventry. Coventry is actually pretty good, but someone is going to feel lucky when they get drawn with Coventry in the semi-finals. Obviously, Manchester City are through as well. They've taken care of Newcastle. So it's up to us now. And there's a blockbuster match between Manchester United and Liverpool. So look, it poses another very, very good opportunity for Chelsea Football Club to make it into another final. As the semi-final, I believe, is Wembley as well. So hopefully we can change the curse that we have at Wembley in semi-finals. But then again, if we meet one of the big dogs in the semi-final, whether it's Manchester City, who are already through, or one of Liverpool or Man United, I'm quietly confident if it's Man United. I know we've lost against them. I think we can do the trick against them. But if it's Liverpool or Man City in the semi-final, I think that might be it. But if we get lucky with Coventry, perhaps we can go all the way to the final and we'll see what we can do. So this is another good opportunity for us to make it into Europe and make something out of this particular season. It's really up to the players, the manager. Have we learned any lessons recently from our mistakes in the Carabao Cup? Our performance in the Carabao Cup, have we learned from it? Have we grown from it? You'd think that these lot, it's a young team. I fully understand it. It's a new manager, young team, lots of inexperience, but you have to come to a point where you learn lessons throughout. If you don't learn lessons, then what's the point in doing any of this? Like, the whole idea is you go through adversity, you learn lessons, and then you try and rectify those stuff. So look, this particular final, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the nitty-gritty of the match. I'm going to go straight into some of the news and give you guys my lineup. But some of the notable things are Enzo Fernandez, ladies and gentlemen, is suspended for this match, so he can't play. So they'll have to be a little bit of a rejig in midfield. For me, Mudryk, ladies and gentlemen, he deserves a start. He must start in this particular match. Scored a brilliant goal against Newcastle, needs to feature in this. And I think the number 10 position really, really, in recent times, suits him. So continue with him. And there's some notable injuries for Leicester as well. And Leicester is a particular team, in recent times, their form hasn't been that great. So, in Championship, I think they had a very big lead, but their lead is cut, it's been cut down massively. Leeds is just around the corner. Ipswich is second. We're going to talk about Loan Watch. Omari Hutchinson is doing some madness. David Fofana is doing some madness, who's won the match for Burnley. And we're going to talk about Andre Santos as well. First start for Strasbourg and gets a victory for Strasbourg, who are struggling as well. So let's get into the latest news, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to this particular match. Jamie Vardy, Kasey, McAteer, Ricardo Pereira, and Dennis Praet are all out of this game against Chelsea. So look, this somewhat seems like a weakened Leicester side as well. There's some key players there. But at the same time, obviously this is the FA Cup. And we've got to settle an FA Cup business with these guys. These guys, they really should not have won that FA Cup final against us a few seasons back under Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel deserved that. Obviously, we ended up winning the Champions League that season, but we should have taken care of Leicester as well. That long-range shot from Tielemans, oh man, that still hurts me. Kepa, But yeah, so we've got a revenge to settle there. Not going to take them lightly just because they've got some injuries. You best believe they're going to come up and show up for this particular match. Gives them an opportunity to go to the semi-finals. But I think at Stamford Bridge, I am quietly confident that we will get our job done against Leicester. Our recent form, I'm not going to say that we've been exemplary, in terms of the entire playing squad, entire team playing or gelling together. Nothing like that. It's more individual players, I think, that are performing really, really well. So there are some certain individual players that have got good form at the moment, and they could do the damage and win the match for us. Benoit Badiashile has returned to team training, so that's good news. I don't expect him to start, though. I think he'll just slowly, get eased back into the team. Still injured, Colwill, Fofana, James, Lavia, Nkunku, and Ugochukwu. So sad, man. It really is sad. Nkunku, what a write-off of a season, man. I'm really, really annoyed. I really wanted to see this guy create a massive impact for us, but it hasn't been. Ugochukwu, gone for the season. Looks like Lavia as well. Don't know what's going on with him. Reece James, I guess, no need to rush. Malo Gusto's been doing well, and Wesley Fofana is another one. I think you can just call it a write-off this season. Colwill, hopefully we get him back very, very soon. Now, let's do the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. In goalkeeping, look, there's some debates that's going around whether it's going to be Petrovic or Sanchez. I think it's cup match. I don't want to take it lightly either. Obviously, it's a very important match for us, but I think Sanchez probably deserves to get an opportunity in the cup matches, and Petrovic can continue on in the Premier League. So I'm going to go with Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez. Okay, that's striker position. Sorry. Do apologize. It looked like that was goalkeeping position. I am so ridiculously stupid. Sanchez. Here we go. What's going on? You can't have Alexis Sanchez as a goalkeeper. Wait a minute. That, for me, is the goalkeeper. I'm going to just write Robert Sanchez. They probably think... Yeah, okay. They probably think you can choose Alexis Sanchez as a goalkeeper as well. That's mad. So I'll go with Robert Sanchez. I think it's timely that he gets an opportunity in the FA Cup. I still think his ball-playing distribution is a tad bit better. Not tad bit. I think it is better than Petrovic. But Petrovic, I feel like overall is a better goalkeeper in recent times that I've seen. On the right side, we'll go with Malo Gusto. I don't want to change too much of the team. Very annoyed, actually, Malo Gusto didn't make it to the French squad. He definitely deserved it. So not sure why he didn't make it. He's been unbelievable for us this particular season. One of the better players, along with Cole Palmer. In defense, I'm going to go with Thiago Silva. Definitely deserves a chance as well. But then Desasi and Chalobah, they've been... Maybe Desasi gets a bit of a break here, I suppose. But don't want to make, as I said, don't want to make too many changes here. But Thiago Silva hasn't played for a little while, so you'd think Silva will get an opportunity somewhere. We'll go with Desasi, and we'll go with Thiago Silva. Yeah, there you go, Thiago Silva. I think Chalobah, obviously, recently just come back from injury. Maybe just relax on him a little bit. On the left side, Kukurea continues. We don't really have another left-back option at the moment, so I'm going to continue with Kukurea. We had a very good match last match, bar that one mistake right at the end. And that's something he needs to eliminate off his game. Now, in midfield, ladies and gentlemen, a bit of a conundrum here. No Enzo Fernandez. We're going to have to go with Conor Gallagher, who has been called up for England. So he's going to be on a bit of a high. Last game, I do believe he was suffering from some level of illness. It didn't look right for him, but I fully believe he's going to be back into this game and running wild once again. Caicedo will have to feature alongside Conor Gallagher. In midfield, I want Mudryk to be the number 10. He fully deserves to start this game and continue to showcase what he can bring for us in the number 10 position. Feels very comfortable, and he seems like he understands. He seems like he's able to execute exactly what Pochettino and the team needs from him. I think that's the most important factor in his development. Knowing what to do for the team, best for the team, not just for yourself, but best for the team. In fact, sometimes, no, it shouldn't be about yourself. It should really be about the team. So focusing on that. I want to play Cole Palmer on that right side. And Cole Palmer has been majestic for us. Gets called up for England is also fantastic. I want to do something different here. Not give Raheem Sterling an opportunity on that left side. I want to give Chukwuemeka want to give Chukwuemeka an opportunity. Look, we've seen him last season. There were matches against Man City last season where he played in the wing. But look, essentially, I want to see him in the number 10 position. But as I said, Mudryk at the moment is doing well. So I want to give someone like Chukwuemeka an opportunity to be on that left wing side and see what damage he can do for us. So give him an opportunity, because I feel like some of these players need to get some starts as well. And up front, I'm going to go with Nicholas Jackson. He's actually been very, very good for us in recent times. I've enjoyed his development, and I hope he can carry on like that. He's been very, very effective up front. He's scoring goals, producing some assists as well here and there, but his overall package is coming together very nicely. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my team for the FA Cup quarterfinal against Leicester. Going with Robert Sanchez in goalkeeping position, Malo Gusto, Axel Desasi, Thiago Silva, Mark Cooker in the back line, Moses Caicedo, Conor Gallagher to wrap up the midfield. The three up front, along with Nicholas Jackson, the striker, are Cole Palmer, Mudryk, and Carney Chukwuemeka. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going at Stamford Bridge to beat Leicester. To be honest, I'm going for a 3-0 victory. I really am. I really am going for a 3-0 victory. So let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, of the lineup and your score prediction as well in the comment section. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about some loan watch situation. But before we do that, just quickly, a news in regards to Armando Broja. Chelsea will now officially receive $4 million from Fulham for the loan of Broja. This is because, ladies and gentlemen, Armando Broja hasn't even featured. He wasn't even in the squad. Big win for Fulham against Spurs. I actually thought Spurs were going to get that victory and secure the fourth spot, but not to be for Spurs. Once again, bottling it. But Armando Broja for Fulham was not even in the squad, which means with the remaining games that's not going to be enough to not trigger that 4 million. So that 4 million money is going to be coming back to us. And it's a bit of a sad scenario for Armando Broja. I mean, he's not even getting game time at Fulham. And that other brother, Muniz, who I think they've just recently got as well, he scored 2 goals. So it might look a bit long for Armando Broja, and it's starting to feel like maybe his future at Chelsea Football Club is looking bleak. And even more so, ladies and gentlemen, is because one David Datro Fofana. This guy, I was actually watching this match. Let me just bring it up like that. Just enlarge that a little bit. I was actually watching this match, ladies and gentlemen, between Burnley versus Brentford. Brentford very early on, red card for Sergio Reguilon, and then from there was a bit of a back foot job. I suppose they did have some opportunities here and there, but overall Burnley pretty much controlled that game. And David Datro Fofana scores the winning goal. I believe they were already up 2-0, and then Brentford scored one. But David Datro Fofana all throughout that game was very solid. He was moving the defenders around. He was working them. His hold up was good. His link up was good, and the goal he scored was very, very good finish as well. And this is off the back of the goal he scored last weekend against West Ham, an absolute crackerjacker. So David Datro Fofana, 6 Premier League starts, 4 goals. Look, this is what I'm going to say. I hope he continues this way. I think there is a spot for him at Chelsea next season if he continues in this manner as a secondary off the bench, someone we can bank on to come off the bench. We still need a striker up front. Now, what level of striker we're going to get, I'm not really sure. But I think there is value in David Datro Fofana. I really liked the look of him last season as well. But I'm not going to be surprised if he gets sold at the same time. If there's a suitor that comes in with a decent amount of money, I think Chelsea might just cash in on that. But at the same time, a loan move wouldn't be too bad. An entire season in a Premier League loan. And now he's getting to showcase his talent in the Premier League. So kudos to him. Look, very, very good talent I think we've got in our hands. It just didn't work out in Union Berlin, but now it's slowly starting to click. And I hope he does well for Burnley and keeps scoring goals. This is one player that we need to look out for in the preseason, who could throw in a bit of a spanner in that striker position. And of course, Armando Broja's position is definitely up for grabs. Now, check this out as well. Omari Hutchinson as a 10 versus Sheffield Wednesday. 90 minutes, 60 touches, 2 shots on target, 2 goals, 0.66 XG, 1 assist, 2 key passes, 6 out of 6 dribbles completed, 2 out of 2 accurate long balls, 8 out of 4 ground duels, 9.7 rating. Ipswich, I believe, went out and won the match 6-0. And this is Omari Hutchinson, ladies and gentlemen, who's been scoring a lot of goals in recent times. I think he was the Championship Player of the Month last month, or maybe it might have been this month. I think it was definitely last month. He's on fire, and there's a lot of debate happening at the moment. Should it be Omari Hutchinson, next season getting an opportunity? Should it be Angelo Gabriel? Look, all I'm going to say is that I watched a bit of Omari Hutchinson. He's still a bit raw. I'm not really sure whether he's fully ready for Premier League. I know he's banging in goals at the moment, which is fantastic to see. It'll be interesting to see how the how let me just fix up my hair a little bit. Yeah, how that preseason goes for him. But I feel like a Premier League loan for Omari Hutchinson is very, very important. I still need him to connect the game a little bit better, be a little bit more alert in terms of passing and having that one-touch play. Look, he dribbles well, he finishes well, but that overall package, I need a little bit more. Angelo Gabriel, ladies and gentlemen, he's playing for a diabolical Strasbourg, and obviously in recent times he's been injured, but I like his overall play. He links up well, his passing ranges are excellent, his vision is excellent. Now, a lot of people are saying, Omari Hutchinson has the output, which he does, but Angelo Gabriel doesn't have it. As I said, for Strasbourg, it's very difficult to get the output, but I feel like Angelo Gabriel, he has that total package, but it might be a little bit of an injustice to get Angelo Gabriel in and not look into Omari Hutchinson. So look, perfect opportunity for both the players to showcase their hunger, their talent in the preseason. But I wouldn't mind if both of them go out on a Premier League loan, if I'm being absolutely honest. So two very, very talented players that we have in our hand. Let me know what your thoughts are. Omari Hutchinson or Angelo Gabriel. Let me know your thoughts. But Omari Hutchinson hopefully carries on like this. Hopefully keeps banging, the goals. And Ipswich, they're in line to get promoted into Premier League. And it will be very good to see if Omari Hutchinson actually gets a loan to Ipswich and play in the Premier League and see what he can do in the Premier League as well. I think that will be the perfect case scenario. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Andre Santos. We talked about David Fofana. We've talked about Omari Hutchinson and Angelo Gabriel. This is one player. He's ready for Chelsea. I fully believe he's ready for Chelsea. I don't even think he needed to go to Strasbourg, but no problems. He's gone to Strasbourg, wasn't getting any minutes, finally gets an opportunity to start for Strasbourg, and he does the bits, absolute bits. I didn't get to watch the entire match. I wanted to see some highlights, but everyone is talking about his ratings are very high. Patrick Vieira post-match coming out and also saying the midfield was locked down. Andre Santos was sensational along with the other brother in midfield. And they get the victory. Strasbourg haven't won since December. They finally get the victory. And hopefully Andre Santos can continue to start. Most dribbles completed in the game. Most duels won. Second most touches. 90% pass completion rate. This is exactly what you want from your deep-lying midfielder. So Andre Santos is someone I actually think should be part of the Chelsea squad next season. Undoubtedly. Players like Enzo Fernandez can be rotated here and there, given a bit of break with players like Andre Santos and also Kasey as well. Perfect opportunity for Andre Santos to come in next season and be a full-on, squad player, the first team squad, and get those minutes off the bench and those odd starts. I think it'll be perfect for his development. And very important that we make it into Europe, which I don't know whether we will, ladies and gentlemen, but if we did make it into Europe, then all of these players get a bit of minutes, which obviously helps us out a lot. But Andre Santos, ladies and gentlemen, kudos to him. Fantastic performance for Strasbourg. Our loanees are looking good, looking very, very good. And I can't wait for the preseason to see exactly how they perform and who stays and who goes out on loan. Some really, really fine talents coming our way. But obviously right now, our situation, we need to do better, a lot better. We need to get away from this 11th spot. Try and see if we can get into a European position. Conference League, so be it, whatever it is. If we can get the FA Cup, win the FA Cup, we get the Europa League. So that will be fantastic. But it's going to be very difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about the loanees at the moment. How you feel about that in the comment section. Obviously, let me know about the FA Cup match. Chelsea versus Leicester. Your thoughts about it. Till next time, everyone. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. And I shall see you guys for the watch along tomorrow. Till then, take care. See you.